starting to record because this is why we're here. Empraiz has been performing for over 20 years. So as you're looking at the picture by the right, be looking, be hearing, he has been performing for over 2 decades outside and inside Nigeria with notable international artists like Ty Tribet, Ron Kennelly, Bob Fitz, Alvin Slaughter, and to mention a few. And of course, in Nigeria, rest in peace, Sami Okoso, Samsung, Eben Frank, mention everybody. He's been there. But if you just saw Empraiz coming out from this Jeep, right? Like somebody who is going to New York Stock Exchange, you get what I'm saying? If you just saw him like that, tell me in the comment box, what do you think? What will come to your mind? Go to the comment box. If you just saw Bishop Affluence, yes, now, Affluence, yes, I like the spelling. What comes to your mind when you see Bishop Empraiz just bouncing out? Look at the car, just look at the dressing, look at the bag. He looks important. Yes, he looks important. Luxurious lifestyle, soft life, easy. Hold that thought. Soft life, easy. A made man. Salome said, life is popping. Glory said, a made man. Okay, wonderful. Fantastic. Life is popping. Indeed, it is popping. Okay. Let me show you a bit more about Empraiz. Now, Empraiz in pictures. This is Empraiz. This is just half of 2023. All these places, he has been there. Kingdom Life Millionaires, Seasons Grace, Grace and Grace, Jesus on the Street, Spirit Energy, he's been there. This is him. He was abroad for nearly 4 months and he was not eating pizza, and there's nothing wrong with pizza. Almost every day from Atlanta to Maryland to Texas, just praising and blessing people. And this was when he came back. This is still him. This is still Bishop Empraiz, the person we are going to be talking to tonight. This was in Baltimore. This is him, Pop 2024. Pop 24, the faith life, grace. I mean, this is just one person. Again, we have reasoned that if you just saw those pictures, somebody said soft life, and that let's hold that thought as we talk to him. And I will come back to this later. So with that, I want to welcome Bishop Empraiz. So I'm going to spotlight him now and then pin. Oh my goodness, Bishop, I'm just too excited. I have to respect myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for you're muted. You have to unmute. Thank you so much. Thank you for you just left service and you were still able to meet up with this. So please tell us about yourself. Just tell us about yourself.
Okay, good evening, everyone. For those of us in Nigeria, I said good evening, good afternoon, good. In Australia, I think they should be in their morning by now. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching from. My name is Empraiz. I guess you all can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, at least I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Empraiz, the Bishop of Praise. My name is Emmanuel, and Empraiz is coined out of Emmanuel Praise. That's what brought about Empraiz. So, and the spelling is Empraiz. That's American, we call it IZ. In Nigeria, Empraiz. Okay, that being said, I just closed from a meeting. I'm supposed to be going for another meeting. That means I would have disappointed and I won't be in this meeting. I'm on the mainland. I'm supposed to be going to VI to make an appearance in a concert. So driving to VI and coming back tonight might not be possible. So, matter of fact, I have to check into a hotel because I wouldn't be able to meet up to go to my house. So I just checked into a hotel so that I don't stress. The stress is just too much. Moving from one place to the other, praising God. Some days we have 2-3 events. Then some weekends we have from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like that. And it's been for the past over 6 months, I've been in the US. I just came back. I think I came back tomorrow. Yesterday made it. What is it yesterday? Today is 24, right? Today is 26.
Today is
Okay.
26th, yes.
Okay. On the 20th, make it 1 month that I came back. But ever since I came back, I think I've done over like 15 events in one month. So it's been from one program to the other, flying, crisscrossing Nigeria, flight and all that. But we give glory to God. So it's been a journey, of consistency and knowing what you are called to do. For me, what I'm doing is not just I just found my way in there. So I know it's a calling, and knowing what to do with your calling that started over 32 years.
Bishop, I think your network. Let's hold on a minute.
But
Yeah,
never stopped.
The network struggled a bit. So the last thing we heard was over 32 years.
Yes, this is what I've been doing for over 32 years. Not one day. I have never stopped one day for 32 years plus. I've never stopped one day. That, okay, I'm tired, I'm not going to do again, or I don't want to go through this route. Even when I was involved in secular job, like I've worked in a bank before, I have done marketing job before. And then before I now said, okay, let me do my own business, in 2003, if I could remember, 2002, 2003, after some years of graduating and there was no job, I had to pick up myself and say, okay, I like good dressing. I like to dress good. I like to dress well. Okay, so let me go to Aba and buy material and make clothes for people, like shirts, like suit, like pants. We call it pants in America, trousers, just make people look good. So I started it with 20K at that time in 2002. And the 20K was borrowed. 20K was borrowed. But in all, I would still go to a bar, come back, still go back to my music, go back to rehearsals, doing a lot of stuff. I used to have a band before I moved to Port Harcourt, so when I got to Port Harcourt, I needed to start another band, but it wasn't easy because you really don't know. It's a new terrain, it's a new area, new music. You are not used to the music coming from the west, that's the southwest of Nigeria, going to Niger Delta, it's not easy. But one of the things that helped me, because I lived in Warri for a while, before I moved to Port Harcourt. So I was in Lagos. I served in Lagos. I did my youth service in Lagos. Then I left. I went to Warri in search of job. The job was not coming, so I said, okay, in those days when you finish from school, whether you studied engineering or not, you want to work in an oil company or you want to move to an area where they have oil, you believe that a lot of businesses surround that oil production and exploration, you know. So I now moved to Port Harcourt. But immediately I moved to Port Harcourt, I just got connected to my pastor and my church. And, you know, people that knew me way back from school, they were in the church. So they went and talked to my pastor, say, this guy, don't leave him. Oh. We knew him from school. This guy, don't leave him. Oh. So I just like my pastor. I like the way he preaches and all that. That's okay. Let's see how we can go. So pastor offered me to 10,000 in 2002. He offered to pay me 10,000 as the saxophonist of the church, not even as a singer. So I came in like a musician. Like I'm a saxophonist. I play the saxophone and the trumpet as well. So I came in and, you know, by the gift of, by the way, I studied music for 1 year after my secondary school, right? I went to school. I studied music as in music. So I know all the rudiment. Wrote the exams, I passed. Then I started playing in an orchestra band as a trumpet player. After that, but I gave myself to the study of music in general, not even the gospel music, like to know a wide variety of music and what music is all about. So that's what I did for 1 year. So that gave me a little bit knowledge of how to coordinate music, how to direct music, how to coordinate the musician, how to, so, you know, by wide study, I was able to, anywhere I get to, I fit in. Whether secular music or gospel music, I fit in because I understand the principle of music. So now I get myself to now study different genre of music, like the high life, like jazz music, like, you know, R&B, like, you know, pop music, like traditional music. So I gave myself another 1 year to listen to any music at all. Wow. Whether it's coming from my language or not, so far it is music, I will sit down and study it. So it now gave me that knowledge of getting to meet people from different culture. Igbo people, Yoruba people, Kalabari people, Calabar people, Akwa Ibom people, people from Ghana, you know. So I studied a lot of stuff. So that gave me interest. So now start learning their songs in their own language. Even though some of them, I don't understand their language, but I will learn the music and I will tell them to tell me the meaning of the music. So it took a while before I could integrate myself into all that. It's not, if you are not gifted, if you are not called, it's not going to be possible. Though we were doing it, we didn't even know what would be the result. We didn't even have any idea, slightest idea that this could be something that will take us around the world. This could be something that people will be calling us, and kings and priests will be looking for us. This will be what will take us to government houses. This will be what will make us to be traveling all over the world, you know. But I knew within myself that it's something that God has called me to do in this area of music, because I've tested it over and over when I was in school, in the fellowship, and in the NCCM, that's the Christian Corpus Fellowship. When we're serving, you know, we go for rural again and all that. We perform. I perform in live bands. I perform in orchestra band, you know. So there are so many music I did not know that I was exposed to in the 90s, breaking into in the
2000.
2000 year 2000.
Yeah.
So I started. So when the interest made me to now say, okay, I'm going to concentrate on playing the wind instrument, because I fell in love with wind instrument when I was in year one in secondary school. That should be 1985. You know, my father encouraged me to join the brigade band in school, because they played the trumpet and the rest. And then the church I grew up from, we have the orchestra band. So you see the trumpet, you see the trombone, you see some of this clarinet, saxophone, tuba, and all those kind of wind instruments. So we're fascinated, because by the time they come together, it brings a very sonorous and interesting sound.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what made me to fall in love with wind instruments. So while I was in my youth service in the year 2000, I saved money from my alawi, you know, and support from others. I was able to purchase a saxophone for 15,000. And I started learning the saxophone on my own. Nobody taught me how to play it. But because of my knowledge in music, so I started playing saxophone on my own. And that gave me access when I now started coming to the Niger Delta and everything, because not so many people can play saxophone. So when they saw saxophone, so when I got to my church, pastor said, I have saxophone that they are not playing. Come and take it. So I started playing, and then with time, after it was not to a year, my other musical talent and gift was discovered.
Wow.
And then I played in church and all that. But then we were doing it and doing it. I didn't even know, you know, when they say, come and collect 10,000 as a graduate, when you pay your tithe, it will remain 9,000. If you divide 9,000, divide 9,000 by 30 days, how much? So I was asking myself, I'm asking myself now, how did you survive on 9,000 naira for 30 days?
Yeah.
You know, but we persisted, we kept pushing, not even having anything that we will have to make money from it at all. You know, so when I joined the church, I was assistant music director, because I train choir and I teach music, whether the classical music or the contemporary music. So I was made to assist because they appointed a music director in August. I got to join them in September. So they were like, I didn't mean you came.
Yes.
Before now, I will just make you music director straight.
Yeah.
But I said, no problem, say I will support the person that they appointed. So it was a very great support. Like literally, I was doing everything in the choir. And by the knowledge of music that I have already, it attracted a lot of people to join the choir from all over the place. I brought in my friends, I brought in people that can sing. So the music department of my church just skyrocketed in 1 year, everywhere on fire.
Yeah. Bishop,
so I was doing it.
I would like to go to the chat box and see what we are writing on all that since you've been talking. If you haven't noted anything, please, this is the time to go to the chat box and tell me I have written like 8 different things I had been taking since he has been talking, because this is really the story behind the scene. Before I now ask him this question, I want to go to go to the chat box. Let's see what is happening there. I will read out all that I'll read out all that we have there, and let's see. Okay, so I wrote consistency, knowing what you're called to do, knowledge, because he said he went to study, networking, process of time, savings, access, and then Glory wrote personal development. Yes. Titi said time, give time to learning, sowing seeds. Yes. I also wrote service and mentorship. There's a new one, consistency. Titi, erase the spirit of unnecessary entitlement. So you can also anybody can drop. So when we see these pictures, I want to share this picture again. I want to share this picture again of Empraiz. I want to share this picture again. So that when you see this picture, right? The whole essence of having this webinar is when we see this picture, some of these things happen so subconsciously that we don't even know that it's happening unless, like we're talking now, and somebody said soft life, made life. So these things that he's sharing are the things that are happening behind the scenes. And somebody may say, well, this may be more appropriate for a younger generation. We have a mixed crowd here. Therefore, both for adults and for teenagers and even for children, when we see things on social media, I think our focus should be more like how did this person get here? And we are hearing of mentorship, humility, consistency, knowledge, knowing what you're called for, doing something without necessarily thinking about money, adding value, to people's life. That is what is behind this businessman that looks like he's going to New York Stock Exchange. That is what is behind it. That is what is behind the picture. No, that picture really caught my attention. So now we have less than 20 minutes to go. Bishop, I want to ask you 2 more questions. The first one is this. Tell me 3 things that happened behind the scene with your Omeo Nation. Now you have a band. You control a group of people. You're traveling from London to America to everywhere. What are the things? I don't want to put any words in your mouth. What are the things that people don't see that happens? You've told us about the trajectory, how you came to where you are. But right now that you are here, what are the things? Just mention like 2 or 3 before I ask you the last question, and then I open the mic for anybody to talk. If you want to make any comments, please, the last 5 minutes, I normally reserve it for comments. Just put your hand up so that I can take the first 2. Go ahead, Bishop. I know you're tired.
Number one is hard work. Hard work. For what we are doing now, we have music in Nigeria, whether secular or gospel, is saturated. So if you are lazy, you cannot be up there unless God just wants to smile on you. So hard work, number 1, hard work. Number 2, focus. Now, people will ask me when I go to America or I go to London, I go to do my tour, sometimes 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, as the case may be. For now, I don't have an event planner. I don't have a manager. I just get program from people and recommendation and all that. But I plan my itinerary myself. Sometimes I have to be at the airport by 3 a.m. in America to meet up a flight of 5 a.m. I have to be at the airport at 3 a.m. So that means you leave your house before getting to the airport by 3 a.m. And I've never missed a flight in America in my life. So it's something you want to do as a career. This is my job. This is my career. So hard work is there. A lot of rehearsals behind the scene, a lot of preparation, a lot of rehearsals, a lot of disappointment. Okay, let me cite an example. There is this program that was done yesterday in America. No, the other week, which was on the 19th of November. So I'm supposed to be there. My ticket was ready. Everything was ready. But along the line, I was a little, I don't even know. The arrangement was not properly done because I'm supposed to be back at the 19th and get back to Nigeria this past Thursday. So those are the kind of movement we make. To go to America, you minister for 2 days. In the next 2 days, you are back in Nigeria, going straight to the stage. So those are the things. So the story behind the glory is even sometimes there was a day I do I was in Port Harcourt. I ministered in the morning. I ministered in the afternoon by 2 o'clock. I minister in another place by 4 o'clock. That's 3 places in Port Harcourt. And I'm supposed to be on stage in Lagos by 7. So leaving that place, I minister from 4 to 4:45. My flight was 5:30 in the evening. And the place, from that place I ministered, was 30 minutes drive to the airport. So I did not meet up with the airport to meet up 5:30 flight. And I got to Lagos. And I was on stage by 7 o'clock in Lagos. I ministered 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in another place, 4 o'clock in another place. And by 7:30, I was on stage in Lagos. So how did I put that? So those are the kind of things we do behind the scene. And then more importantly, trusting God. A lot of prayers goes beyond behind the scene. And a lot of finances are involved in putting on to put the band, the brand, the social media. In the last 3 days, are putting over close to $1 million into the brand for visibility just in the last 3 days. So those are the kind of things we do.
So all these 5 picture, all these 5 pictures, not just to cut and paste picture and put on the internet.
Not at all. Not at all.
So there's money inside. There's organization. There's planning.
Your planning, your organization, your social media is a deliberate attempt, deliberate plan. This is what we want to achieve in the next 1 month. This is what we want to achieve in the next. Okay, last week, some people came. It's okay. We discovered that we can do something on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. That thing they mentioned alone was 470,000. And I have to give it to them. Just for Facebook. Just for Facebook. If not, the work will not be visible. They will not see it. The work will lag behind. Because the market is saturated. So in the world of this thing, social media, that everywhere is saturated with technology, what will you do? You that is coming from old school, you want to meet up with the Gen Zs. So what will you do to bring the old to the new and make them together? You have to be on top. You have to be on top of that game.
Yeah.
That's it, because we have a lot of competition.
Absolutely.
So that's
Thank
some
you
of
so
the things
much.
we face.
Now,
Yeah.
in rounding up, how do you advise people when they see something on the social media? What should be on their minds?
Number 1, grow before you blow. Some people want to blow before they grow. Number 1, grow before you blow. First.
I need to write that down. Grow before you blow.
Yes.
Bishop. Grow. Where are my glasses? Grow before you blow. Okay.
Grow before you blow. Growth is a process. You don't jump the process. Go through the process. There is a process for everything in life, including the career you want to. Don't say we have technology now, we can just go into it.
Can use AI.
You have to follow the process. So those are the things that will build you up. Because if you just find yourself in the limelight, you just got fame. You just got fame like that. You won't be able to, you don't have the capacity to manage the fame because you did not pass through the process. So when you pass through the process, through thick and thin, today you fell, tomorrow you rise up, next tomorrow you are like that. You have learned over the years. So what people are seeing today is a result of me doing the thing over and over again consistently for 32 years. So you cannot just come in today and you want to have the experience that I have. My people used to make a parable. If you have clothes like an elder, you cannot have a rag like an elder. So that's it. So experience matters in what we do. And we thank God that Many people that we started together, some of them cannot cope. So it takes consistency. It takes that determination that I must succeed in this thing for you to be able to keep yourself for 32 years and not stop. Not that we've not had days that we could not eat.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How did you handle failure?
We have had days.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there was a time that my rent was 150,000. I will pay that 150,000 like 3 or 4 times. There was no money, but I was still doing the music. There was no food, but I was doing the music. I said, one day this thing will pay off. And today we go all over the world. So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know you're tired. I can even see it. So thank you so much. I don't see any hand raised up. If you wanted to make a comment, this is the opportunity. Bishop, what made you put out that quote? Reduce the volume of your fake life. Make your helper, no call you mentor.
Yeah, you know, in this world of social media, people put out a lot of fake things. A lot of because social media is a make-believe. So whatever you post out there is what people believe that you are. You know, when you go into, there is a place in Ikoyi, they build that place like a private jet. Everything inside like a private jet. They have people that will, their outfit, everything is like the air hostess and the rest. Yes. They will serve you, they will do, you pay for it. And snap as if you are inside a private jet. Who are you trying to impress? Because if you do that, people believe since you can enter private jet, then you don't that will see real big. I read in a post last week where people rent fake dollar to do money bouquet just for a birthday. You rent the fake dollar, you pay 40,000 for the fake dollar. They already put the dollar on the dollar tree and the rest. You just go there, pay 40K, and somebody will come and present it to you on your birthday or your anniversary or something. And say, okay, my fans gave me dollars. You're just trying to. So if you don't reduce that fake life, you won't see people that want to help you.
Absolutely.
You won't get help from anybody because they believe you are doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, we've had situation, people that literally they are doing okay, they are coming to our inbox to ask us for money. I'm like, oh, you are doing okay. You just snap inside private jet. Why are you coming to ask me for 5K or 10K? That's what made me to put out that code.
When I saw that post, man, I said, all right. Thank you very much. I think at this point we will. Does anybody have any comments? The floor is open. You can. We have the next 4 minutes, and then we will shut down because tomorrow people will go to work. Meanwhile, congratulations on your 17th wedding anniversary. And I hope you had a nice time.
Yeah, I want to ask.
Okay, go ahead, Pastor Debbie. After you will shut down. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask Bishop Empraiz this now. How does it differentiate between the gospel and the secular in ministration when he's ministering in church? Because I'm looking at all the flyers, and of course he's a gospel artist. So how does he differentiate that? That's one. Then two, he was talking about the social media, and Sister Stella, when you showed the first set of pictures you showed with a couple. I was looking at it like, oh, like we all said, happy couple. And then when you showed Bishop Empraiz's own in front of those Jeep, I kind of wonder which Jeep I won't get my own Jeep. So it's the same pressure. So even the believers are pressuring us too on social media. A lot of believers are saying that because they want the followership. And so when I look at some believers and I look at the posts they're making and the things that I see afterwards, my heart is weakened for the next generation, not even me anymore, because I'm sorted in my mindset. So how do we differentiate? The first question is the gospel and the secular when they're ministering. Then the second one is as believers, when they put the pictures, up on their social media, what's in there? I know it's for followership, like he said, to put yourself out there. Where's the boundary? So that we're not confused, the younger generation, because everything, Pastor Stella, you were talking, everything the young people were looking at is how, man, he's looking really fine and looking good. They want that, so but how can these older people that are up there help the younger people coming up with their own social media pictures? Maybe they can show some before, after, and now, just to tell a story, rather than giving us this, thank you.
Okay, let me take it from the second question. If you have been following me on social media, you will know that I didn't just emerge. I didn't just come to that level.
Yes.
And what we do for us, social media is our marketing. Is what we it's where we display the market that we have. A product that you don't display, nobody will ask for it, nobody will buy. So that's where we display. Like if I'm on a tour, I just like keep you posted.
Yeah.
You know that, okay, today I'm in Maryland. Maybe you've seen the poster. So I post, sometimes you just go to a nice location, or maybe you just see a nice car, just post. Not that it's not your car. You are not saying this is my car, unlike what other people will say. Some people go and rent car and say, this is, I bought a car. Some people go and rent a house and say, let me come and dedicate a rented house. No, that's not what we are just trying to let you know that, okay, this is what we do. Please follow up on this. That's about that. Then the secular, not that we've not been approached to do secular music before, but we decided that this is what we're going to do as gospel. So I don't bring secular into what I do. I just like, okay, over the years, like a reform, like you are emerging, you are moving from this age to another age. So you kind of like the music that is going on now, let me see, I can infuse my gospel music into it. That's what we do, but we don't do secular at all. Severally, they've approached me and said, no, I don't do secular. During the COVID, they approached me to come and do Martina family, whatever. I agreed in the first place. My spirit did not go there. I said, the day before the event, I declined. And I did not care what that would have given to me. I'm not a secular artist, and that is it. I do gospel I do for life. So that's it.
Thank you so much. The fact, Pastor Debbie, you actually answered that question towards the end of your question. So, and Empraiz has sealed it up. But in rounding up, I would just say, when you notice you as a person, because here we talk to ourselves, when you notice that consistently, the only thing you put out on social media are, you never let anybody see you, for instance, without makeup. You never let anybody see you like, oh, I missed my flight. You never let anybody, every single thing you put on social media is perfect, perfect, perfect. There's a narrative you as a person, you are trying to create, right? And what happens is that if nobody knows your backstory, if you don't also share your backstory, it's an incomplete story. When you now have a challenge, the way Bishop Empraiz is bold enough to say, I was not able to pay my house rent at some point. When challenges come, because except you are in heaven, challenges will come. You will now have to falsify a lot of things to still be able to show up the way you have always shown up on social media. That's just it. So bottom line is to have, if you're going to be on social, if you as an individual, you want to be on social media, have a balanced social media life. If you are going to be consuming social media, consume social media with wisdom. Always seek for the story behind the glory. And most importantly, don't be involved in unnecessary social comparisons. Everybody will get to what they desire for themselves. And if you see what Bishop Empraiz has said, focus, focus, focus. Hard work, even with the emergence of even with the emergence of artificial intelligence, a time will come when you will have to demonstrate what you said you know, and AI will not be there. AI will not be there. And somebody just put up something and talked about filters, right? Filters on social media. So even me, as you're seeing me now, this is not how I am in real life. See this, as you're seeing me, I don't even know how. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm not fair. It is the computer that is making me to be fair. So you can't come and say that her skin is my skin is not smooth, not smooth. So just don't, apart from the fact that he has differentiated that this is a marketing tool because of the service he provides, he has never for any time kept us in doubt of his own personal growth. And with that, I would like to say, Bishop, thank you so much. I've wanted to interview you for a long time, and I know you had to.
But I have to sacrifice a program for this.
I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. I have dreamt of having to talk with you because I've been, at least I've watched you for over 15 years, the consistency. And it's important that people know all that goes behind the scene. Thank you so much for the sacrifice. We love you, and enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming, and God bless you. See you in December. It's going to be a reflection rendezvous. God bless you, and goodbye. Good night.